Hi, I'm Dr. Amy French. I'm at Delta College, and this is the Women Who Dared Walking Tour. And right now I'm looking at Eleanor Roosevelt. Eleanor Roosevelt's probably better known as for a lot of her roles as First Lady, but she should probably be known for her roles as a reformer. In fact, it was her that caused Franklin Roosevelt, her husband, to really adopt a lot of the civil rights platforms that he had. And for both women and African Americans. And she was extremely outspoken on human rights issues and worked extensively to expand roles for women in the workplace, for African Americans, and for humans globally as well. And then we'll come down the hall here to, I see Aleda Lutz. And Aleda Lutz was the first American female who was to die in combat in World War II, and she happened to be from Freeland, Michigan. She graduated as a nurse from Saginaw General Hospital, and she was in the Army Nurse Corps when she was evacuating wounded troops when her plane was shot down. But Lutz Veterans Affairs is named after her, and so she is honored here at Delta College. Next to her is Hatshepsut. And Hatshepsut is very tall, so we'll step back here and come closer on her. And she lived from 1508 to 1458, before the Common Era, and she reigned as the first female pharaoh during the 18th Egyptian dynasty. And she ruled longer than any other woman, 22 years, and was considered by her subjects to be an extremely successful ruler. She reestablished trade routes. She oversaw missions where trade goods were obtained, and she commissioned many, many grand buildings. And her time was one of extreme peace. Next to her is Elizabeth Blackwell, a noted, once again, another very tall out, we'll come back here, a noted physician, and who lived in the, basically the 1800s. She was the leading health activist of her generation and the first woman to graduate from medical school in the United States. And in 1853, she opened a clinic that was known in New York as the New York Dispensary for Poor Women and Children. And then next door to her, we have Madam C.J. Walker. And she was born Sarah Breedlove, but she was better known as Madam C.J. Walker. She's generally regarded as the first female self-made millionaire. Known as an entrepreneur, she is known for preaching hygiene along with beauty and aiding racial advances. She was a generous philanthropist who gave to civil rights organizations, social reform groups, and scholarships for young women. And next to her is the activist Gloria Steinem, who's very known for her work in the women's liberation movement of the 1960s and 70s. She's a prominent writer and political figure who's co-founded Ms. Magazine, a publication dedicated to gender inequality, and speaks out and has spoken out frequently on issues about gender inequality and women's rights. And then down at the end of the hall, we have Billie Jean King to round out the last of the cutouts on the tour. Billie Jean King is probably known best for her famous now match against Bobby Riggs, known as the Battle of the Sexes, and in 1973. And it's greatly forwarded the way the society views female athletes. She has battled for social equality both on and off the tennis court. And in 2009, King was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom for her work advocating for the rights of women and the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community. Well, and this then concludes the Women Who Dared walking tour of women who have dared to step out of their cultural confines and make history. I'm Dr. Amy French, and I of the History Department, and I am here at Delta College. And this was the Women Who Dared walking tour.